Hey guys, and welcome to the last video in my Buffy 20th anniversary celebrations. I'm kind of sad it's over now. So, the last video I am doing for you today is my personal top 5 scariest villains in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, number 5 for me is Caleb. Now, the reason I've chosen Caleb is, well, quite frankly, he's terrifying. And he started off as human. So there are obviously some aspects of him now that aren't human, but he started off as human, and I think Caleb is a great example of sometimes the scariest monsters are human. They look human, and we probably are the scariest monsters on the planet. So yeah, Caleb is really scary for me, particularly as a woman, because he is a misogynist and he kills women. Number 4 is the Kinderstod. Now, he terrifies me, and he still does. As an adult, I can watch the episode, but it still really scares me. He scares me. So he's basically a demon that preys on children, sick children, and the grown-ups can't see him. So that's very scary because when children tell stories or say things, a lot of the time grown-ups don't believe them. So that's particularly scary. So my third scariest villain is the Ugly Man. Now, I can't remember the name of the episode he appears in, but it's the Lucky 19 guy. Basically, this young child, I can't remember the name of the boy either. Oh, I should have done my research before doing this. But this young child is abused by his baseball coach because the baseball coach blamed him for losing the match. And the baseball coach puts him in a coma, the young kid. And in this coma, the young kid, I think the episode's Nightmares. Yeah, I think the episode's called Nightmares. In this coma, the young kid is inadvertently bringing everybody's nightmares to life. There's a guy called the Ugly Man in this boy's head. Well, obviously, he's real in this situation. And I always took it as him being a manifestation of the baseball coach. And in fact, I'm sure that's what it is. So he's like this horrible manifestation of the coach. And he has this like weird like thing on the end of his hand, which I'm assuming is supposed to be like a baseball bat. I'm not sure, but his voice and everything is just terrifying for me. My number 2 scariest villains are, of course, the Gentlemen. The Gentlemen are from the episode Hush, which is a fantastic episode. It's absolutely superb. So in this episode, the Gentlemen take people's voices because voices kill them, real voices kill them. So they take people's voices away, and the whole episode, or most of the episode, is done without speech. So you can imagine how hard that must be for the actors. The whole episode they have to convey their emotions through their face and body language. So it's a stunning episode, but what makes the Gentlemen so scary, apart from what they look like, of course, is the fact that they take your voice so you can't scream for help, and they cut your heart out with a scalpel, which is, always great. I'm not really giving the best impression of this show if you've never watched it, but it is a brilliant, brilliant show. I'm just telling you the scary villains, but it's not all scary, I promise. You're probably surprised that the Gentlemen aren't my number 1, but you'll understand when I tell you who my number 1 is, which is the Gnarl Demon. The Gnarl Demon, I can't remember the name of the episode it appears in, I'm afraid, but that thing, oh, it's worse than any other Buffy villain for me, which is why it's ranked at number 1. In fact, the Gnarl Demon, and I've watched a lot of horror shows and a lot of horror films, the Gnarl Demon for me is probably the scariest thing ever. So that tells you how scary it is. It basically paralyzes you so you can't move and peels your flesh. It, skins you alive. Which is really, I don't know. I think that's like probably one of my phobias because of that, Like that would be a horrible way to go, I think. But anyway, this is my top 5 villains. It's kind of like a bad video to end on, but honestly, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the best show in the world. It means absolutely, oh, it means everything to me. But yeah, so thank you very much for joining me on this Buffy journey today, if you have. I'd like to know who your scariest villains are. Not even in Buffy, just in general, I'd love to know. So thank you for watching. The next video you'll see is probably my autograph update on Sunday. So this is all the Buffy videos done for now, although there will be more Buffy in the future. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye!